All right, good afternoon, everyone. We're going to call the July 17th, 2025 Harahan Council meeting to order. Madam Clerk, press pledge, please.
Please stand for the pledge. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Before I take roll, is it recording?
You are recording.
Roll call. Councilman Asbill.
Present.
Councilman Buddy.
Present.
Councilman Chatelain.
Present.
Councilman Johnston.
Present.
Councilman Ricks.
Present.
Mayor Baudier.
Present.
Police Chief LaPree. Fire Chief St. Cyr is absent. Finance Director Todd Turnion.
Present.
City Attorney Scott Stansberry. Myself, Carrie Hughes, as clerk, is present. Mayor's announcements.
Okay, in mayor's announcements, we're going to give an award out to probably the most honored woman, and I would call her the matriarch of Harahan. She's been around for a long time. She's certainly been an influence in my life, and it is always an honor to honor her at every chance that I ever get. And tonight we're honoring Barbara Butera on her 90th birthday. Happy birthday, Miss Barbara.
Happy birthday.
Okay, it says, whereas Ms. Barbara Livingston Butera was born on July 13th, 1935, and this year celebrates the remarkable milestone of her 90th birthday. And whereas in 1952, Barbara met the love of her life, Sam Butera, and they were united in marriage on February 7th of 1953, beginning a lifelong partnership built on love, family, and community. And whereas Ms. Barbara began her dedicated public service career in 1966, working under Mayor Wilcox, and in 1973 took the vital role of city clerk, serving the people of Harahan with the integrity and diligence and compassion. And whereas in 1980 to 1994, Barbara Butera worked alongside Mayor Carlo Ferreira, furthering her administration mission and contributing to the growth and stability of the city of Harahan. Whereas in 1988, Barbara Butera was appointed by the mayor of Harahan, becoming a trailblazer and a leader whose commitment to the public service of lasting example. And whereas Ms. Barbara Butera continued her work in the city government from 2005 to 2010, with Mayor Paul Johnston rounding out an extraordinary career of municipal service spanning over 4 decades. And whereas beyond her civic contribution, Barbara is the proud mother of 4 children, grandmother of 7, and great-grandmother to 1, and her legacy of love and strength and community and spirit continues to thrive throughout their family. Whereas Barbara Butera's life is a testament to hard work, devotion, and family, and steadfast commitment to the public service. Now, therefore, I, Tim Baudier, Mayor of the City of Harahan, along with the Harahan City Council and the Chief of Police, do hereby and deem and honor the pleasure to extend this certificate of recognition to Ms. Barbara Butera, and on the occasion of her 90th birthday, with sincere gratification and to best wishes. Mayor Timothy Baudier. We don't let you. I might let you just finish this meeting. I'm thinking you know how to do it. Since for the record, Ms. Barbara was the first woman mayor of the city of Harahan, I might just let you take it from here. I think you got it. There's the agenda. It's ready to go. Sit down, Bias, right here.
I didn't plan on this.
You sit right here. I'm going to get a picture with you.
Did?
Huh?
Yeah, she's that was good.
You got it.
Leon,
Thank you,
are they
Barbara.
finished?
You have a wonderful night.
The only way I could have had invited all these people to my party would have been to put it in the newspaper or on the phone, because I had so many people over there. Ask Richard in the back. He was there and he fixed the food and everything was wonderful.
Good.
And I thank everybody who came and everybody who, I get this too.
Well, you can have
This.
that if you want.
I
Yes,
don't want
ma'am.
that, thank you.
What?
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Woo. Have to be careful, I don't want to fall.
Okay, so I'm going to take a point of personal privilege and let Richard Kiddock come up and speak about the senior center real fast. He has another engagement tonight, so we're going to try to get him moved and out of the way.
Good evening. Richard Spike Kiddock, 43 Berkeley Avenue, Harahan, Louisiana. First, I said I was going to try to come every meeting. Don't want to get in trouble with that. But anyway, just to let you know, everything since the last time I was here is going perfect over there. It's just everybody's united. And that's pretty much it. As for, I had asked about getting expenditures to see how much it's running to run the senior center so we can keep our budget going the same way. And I hadn't heard anything, so maybe the mayor or a councilman or somebody can try to get that for us, please. And that's really about it, unless anybody's got any questions.
Good, thank you.
Now, I have just a general comment. I managed to make a couple of events over at the senior center, really well attended. The seniors are having a marvelous time, and Spike and the volunteers are doing just a great job. So thank you, Spike.
All right.
Thank you.
Anybody else? Okay. Thank you.
We just need to get the numbers from the finance department so we can know what's going on, where we're at on all the departments. You know, we need to know where we're at. We're in July, and I know we have an ordinance up tonight on amending the budgets, and I'm being told we don't have the numbers yet. So we'd like to get the numbers from you if possible, because we like to amend the budget. So appreciate getting that to us. I think it's uncalled for. I'm not happy with not having the numbers tonight. So.
On another note, we did shut down the senior center today and tomorrow because of the weather.
Yes.
And when you deal with seniors and water,
Yeah.
it's not safe. So just in case people got a lot of phone calls today. But anyway, that's it. And next Friday, y'all all invited. I call y'all all the time to come by and join dinner with us. And we
Next Friday's
appreciate
free food from Friday?
free food from
Okay.
Friday, next Friday.
1 o'clock?
1 o'clock. And that's about it. Thank you. All right.
Thank you.
Mr. Mayor, make a motion to move to amend the agenda to add proposed resolution number 2025-14, a resolution instituting a hiring and salary freeze for all non-civil service employees of the city of Harahan through December 31st, 2025.
We have a
Council, I
motion.
pass this out in front of you to review before, can just consider adding it from the floor.
Okay, we have a motion by Councilman Asbill to take proposed resolution 2025-14 from the floor. We'll open for public hearing. Anyone want to discuss? No one coming forward. We'll close public hearing. All right.
So this is for first reading
This is a resolution that we would consider
for tonight?
for passage, yes. And this is just to add it to the agenda, and then if we want to have discussion about adding it to the agenda, or we can have discussion during the actual discussion portion.
Okay, so we have a resolution proposed by Councilman Asbill. We have a second by Councilman Chatelain. All in favor?
Yeah.
Okay.
5 yea. Was that a yea, Mr. Paul?
Yeah.
5 yeas, 0 nays. Motion carries.
Any other mayor's announcements?
No more.
Okay, we have no more special presentations. Approval of minutes. Reading of the minutes of the council meeting on June 26, 2025.
Okay, can I have a motion to dispense with the reading of the council minutes for June 26, 2025? We have a motion by Councilman Chatelain. We'll now open for public hearing. No one coming forth. We'll now close public hearing. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Councilman Asbill. All in favor?
Yeah.
5 yeas, 0 nays. Madam Clerk, motion carries.
Approval of the minutes of the council meeting on June 26, 2025.
Okay, can I have a motion to approve those minutes?
Move.
Motion by Councilman Asbill. I have a motion by Councilman Asbill to approve the minutes of the council meeting on June 26, 2025. I have a second by Councilman Chatelain. We'll open for public hearing. No one coming forth. We'll close public hearing. All in favor?
Yeah.
Madam Clerk, motion carries.
Okay, resolutions. The following resolution was proposed by Councilman Asbill. Proposed resolution number 2025-14, a resolution instituting a hiring and salary freeze for all non-civil service employees of the City of Harahan through December 31st, 2025.
Okay, so we have a motion by Councilman Asbill for proposed ordinance, proposed resolutions number 2025-14 that was just brought into record. Anyone want to come speak for or against? Public hearing is now open. No one coming for or against. Now public hearing is closed. Council discussion?
Council members, this is a resolution that I put together in part due to the fact that we don't have the numbers ready for the budget. I think all of us at the last meeting expressed some concern with the growth of the city staff and the salaries of the city staff. And so this is a resolution. Again, a resolution doesn't hold the force of law against the mayor. If he goes out tomorrow and hires 10 people, he does that. But it sends a signal to the public that we're willing to make sure we have a good understanding of where we are in our budget year before we go out and hire and give raises. And so that's what I'm asking for. It only applies to non-civil service employees to avoid the civil service issues that might come about if we were trying to put restrictions there. And also those are our first responders, and if we need more, then we need more, in my opinion. So I'm happy to take questions about it and discuss it further, and happy to make changes to it as well. But again, it's just a resolution to express the council's wish with the city's budgets.
Council discussion?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm fine, but the problem is, I mean, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, I mean, I do know, I have a funny feeling we'll be short two maintenance employees. I mean, we're already down one, he's in the hospital, not doing good. I mean, I did hear he's doing a little better. My prediction, I'm not in the medical field, but I honestly don't think he's gonna be coming back to work for the city. And I think we have another issue going on right now, somebody who might not be coming back. I do believe we might have to fill one of their positions. I mean, I think we could get by when we were down one, but now that we're losing the second one, I believe, I'm not sure how we're gonna do that. So I think
Can we just put
make an
in our
exception that
ordinance?
we might have to replace that guy
Yeah.
in this resolution. I mean, I'm not looking to bring in anybody new except to fill a position that we're.
Yeah, I'm just wary of saying we fill the positions that are available because now, technically there's a CAO position that's available that we've put our word to the council that we're not gonna fill that position in the near future. And there's a city clerk, deputy clerk position that I'm proposing, and we also freeze up for the time being until we figure out who that's gonna be. I'm happy to make exceptions in here for, to replace a maintenance guy or whatever it might be. I just don't want this going down a path where we're not getting numbers until November again, and now we're over budget and all these personnel.
Are we-
lines.
Yeah, and the only reason I have this knowledge, I mean, I did speak with the maintenance director today, Gary, and I do know he's down. Like I said, we all know he's down one. That's in the hospital.
Yeah.
He
No, I
has a
understand.
text message from another one that said Friday's going to be his last day.
Who's that?
Woodrow.
Oh.
So I believe we have, I think we could come into a little situation where he might need an employee quicker than we're expecting.
Yeah,
Can I ask you, how many people do we have in the maintenance department?
Right now, I think it's going to bring it down to 4.
So we have 5 including Gary. Oh, I'm sorry,
4
6.
including Gary.
Well,
Well, now,
one's in the hospital, he's still an employee,
And one's leaving.
and one's leaving, but still, we have 5 technically as of today.
yes,
And you have 4.
That's where you want to maintain it.
I would think that's what we have 5. I mean,
Well, I don't know.
I'm thinking
So I guess,
Jimmy. So you have 4 there now. You had 6, so he's down 2. Well, possibly down 2. He's down 1. He's 5. Sorry, but he was still in maintenance, answering to maintenance.
My disadvantage is, and I'll speak to Councilman Esbill's comments also, is I don't have a good feel for the number of personnel. And I know I don't have a good feel for the number of personnel that work for the city. And I know when when I took office some 6.5 years ago, I think we had 2 people in maintenance. And I'm sure there's good reasons for the department growing. I think so. I might be wrong.
Yeah, I mean,
I
I
could be
can't
wrong.
remember how long that's been.
I could be wrong. I'm sure there's good reason to have the number of personnel that we have positioned staff today. I assume they're all gainfully employed, servicing the needs of the city. Councilman Asbill, if I have, none of us have had a chance to read this. You write excellent ordinances, so I'm sure it's pretty clear.
It's a
We
resolution.
could make an exception in here and saying that, except that the maintenance department may hire as necessary to maintain a staff of 5 people, 4 people, whatever. We could write that in section 4 and get around Councilman Chatelain's
And guys, the
concern.
reason I'm asking this right now, because when you're talking back there, we subbed out the grass cutting at the playgrounds and all. We're doing all that in-house now. Right now, the grass is growing so fast, if we lose 2 guys, I mean, I just don't understand how the other 3 are gonna keep up. I'm just
Yeah,
being
no,
open
I'm-
about it. I mean, I know this all just happened, and you weren't even aware that this is
Yeah.
going on, but I don't wanna tie the mayor's hands and then we sitting there, we got a beautiful park over there, and we're letting it get neglected.
I'm happy to make the exception for the maintenance department, or really any other department, to be honest with you. Alternatively, I'm also happy to dig into the budget tonight and not leave until we figure out what those line items should be adjusted to for the remainder of this fiscal year.
Well, I was going to say,
That's going to be difficult, though,
I don't think we can do that.
without the numbers in front of us.
right,
And I don't think working on spend numbers, I mean, we could spend 20 hours working from spend numbers. It needs to be put into a form similar to the budgets we approve, and you can pretty much see the variances, and you can look at the projection to the end of the year, the totals, and you can.
No, I agree, and that's the purpose of this,
Yeah.
because I knew we weren't
Yeah.
going to get to the budget ordinance tonight.
Well, in theory, I'm good with the resolution and the intent of it, because I too am uncomfortable with our lack of current knowledge.
can I just ask this question? So it seems like we have these budgetary issues constantly. What is the holdup on that? I'm going to ask you.
Sure. The holdup has been that the city team and our team has been focused over the last several weeks and months on the annual audit, closing out the books for the year ended December 31, 2024, working through that process, and that process was complete as of June 30th. And now the focus has been on updating and making sure all the books are closed through June 30, 25.
So as we close, we don't have any preliminary to have these discussions. There's no preliminary
Not at this time.
review or anything like that?
Not at this time. We've discussed a plan with the mayor and have a plan to fix this moving forward, as well as to fix it so that we can have information to you in advance of next month's meeting.
It should have been done this month.
Well, let me ask, so what is the plan?
So the plan is to adjust my staffing levels for my team, as well as work more closely with the city's finance team or the city hall employees to focus on making this a priority.
Okay, so, I mean, I've been at this, 2.5 years, and it seems like we consistently have this issue with timing, and it affects the judgment of everybody on this council, as we are, as you know, responsible for our expenditures. So is there any way that we could get from you this week some things at all to look at?
Not at this time. We're working on closing out things through June 30, and once we have those amounts reconciled, then we'll have information for the council in advance of next month's meeting.
When do you anticipate that?
In advance of next month's meeting.
So we're positive we're going to have that next month?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes,
thank
sir.
you.
Todd, your goal is to close out June of 2025 before next month's meeting. will you be able to do a budget revision
Actual projection.
by next month? I mean,
Let me look at that and get an answer back to you before Monday.
if you would, if you'd email the council and the mayor, of course, and just let us know. And if not, for the next meeting, if you could find a way to make it happen for the following meeting, which it's getting pretty late into the year. And as I understand you're putting together a plan, so we'll get monthly numbers, even during the audit prep period of January to June. And we should be able to do some budget revisions, maybe by quarter, for the first quarter and second quarter of next year. Is that a fair statement?
We've adjusted our scheduling internally and working through to resolve this so that we
Great.
can get and want to provide the council and the city with the information that you need.
That's great news. Thank you.
When are you required by the state to get the audit, the
Hey,
24 audit
Guys,
complete?
I think we're going to have plenty of discussion on that when we get to the budget
Well,
ordinance.
I asked the question right now. He knows the answer.
June 30, June 30.
June 30th?
Yeah.
June 30th, yeah. So here we are, July 17th, and you haven't got the audit to the state yet? I mean, you haven't have you got the audit to the state?
Yeah, yes. The audit's
You've
been
got
to the
a
state. It's complete, right?
audit?
Yeah, oh, yeah.
24's in?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
into the state?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Okay.
And the process on that is the state's reviewing it, legislative order is reviewing it, and that should be completed in the near future?
Once the state legislative auditor completes their review, then it's available to the public on their website.
And back to you, Jason.
Thank you.
Can we put some verbiage in?
Yes.
Can we put some verbiage in that just says that we are able to replace a dollar for dollar employee as needed during this time? Or,
So here's the amendment that I would,
Can I interrupt 1 second?
sure.
go ahead.
So this isn't going to stop us from hiring a CBO? That was done.
Let's see what?
A CBO, building official.
Right.
No, you've already
already
hired
been
them.
done.
We already hired him. So I'm
You
saying
just-
this
you-
here.
You just got to do the
Right.
creating the
Correct.
position.
But he's hired, but
Right.
I'm just saying, this isn't going to stop us
No.
from that, because that was very important. If
Correct.
we wouldn't have that, we'd be putting more amendments in there.
No,
For
but-
clarification, that was just a replacement hire.
That was last
was a
month.
replacement.
With the
replacement.
certification that we need, correct?
And my point
Just didn't
was,
appoint him yet.
my point was that in this particular scenario, if we need, like right now where the grass cutting's very heavy, dollar for dollar and replacement or
He has that in.
position replacement, right,
He's going to make an amendment
okay.
to the resolution now.
So I would amend, I move to make an amendment under section 4, exceptions, to add new subsection A. A is an alpha. The mayor may make a hiring decision to maintain the maintenance department personnel at 5 employees, not to exceed the current budget. And then label the next set of exceptions subsection B. So
The
subsection.
3 bullet points would be subsection B?
Correct. So subsection A would read, the mayor may make a hiring decision to maintain the maintenance department personnel at 5 employees, not to exceed the current budget. I move that amendment.
Okay.
I second it.
I just want to confirm. We got Gary, Larry, Jimmy, Seth. That's it.
Correct.
you
So
get
we
one more.
hire one more. So that still leaves us short one.
Yes.
And I'm fine with that.
Yes, it'll leave you
Okay.
short, and I'm okay with that.
But,
Okay.
but we had 5 last month. Count
Last
together.
month, we had 5. 'cause, yeah,
And
we-
we're maintaining.
So we're
it.
just going to maintain the 5.
Okay.
Got it.
Okay, so we have a motion by Councilman Asbill as read into record.
You had 5 last month. You're losing 2. You're losing
Well,
John.
we lost John. I'm
And-
saying
and-
John was out already last month.
Well, I would, oh,
You
okay.
had 7 last month, you're losing 2.
So-
You're losing, no, you had 6 last
We
month.
had 6 last
Hey, you-
month.
You're losing 2, so that brings you down to 4. You can hire one more at 5.
So in effect, we will be running the maintenance department with 1 person less than we were not very long ago.
Correct.
Correct.
So it actually will be a savings.
And if we feel there's an issue,
We'll come back and
we
talk.
come back, mayor come back, and we talk, and we get at it. I mean, like we said, it's a resolution.
That's
You
right.
just said, like you said, the
Tear it
mayor
all the way out the
has to add another man, go back to where he was at originally, back up to 6.
I don't think we'd have a problem, but yeah, I think we're gonna be okay where we at.
Mayor, are you good with maintenance department at 5 people until we get our arms around with the budget?
You didn't even know one was quit.
No.
Oh, I know. Now, yeah, I mean, I'm good with your guys' staffing and the personnel. I'm not good with this resolution at all. I think this is council overreach, and I think it steps into the realm of the ability to inhibit the mayor to do his job.
Well, I'm glad to hear that, 'cause I was going to vote no, so I'm glad I'm on board with you.
So I move the amendment.
Well, before we, oh, I'm sorry, have we
Yeah.
we voted on?
We have not voted on the amendment. We need to vote for public hearing. And
Okay. We seconded.
Okay, so we have I don't have a second yet on the amendment by Councilman Asbill.
I'll second the amendment.
Okay, we'll open for public hearing on the amendment. No one coming forth, we'll close public hearing. All in favor of the amendment being added to proposed resolution 2024-14? We're just adding the amendment.
Amendment.
Yes.
Yeah.
All in favor?
Yeah.
Yay.
5 yeas. Okay. And then I guess we'll take a vote on proposed resolution 2025-14 as amended. All in favor?
Well,
Discussion as amended?
I'd like to have council discussion. I'd like to hear Councilman Johnson's.
My reasons?
Yeah, yes, sir. I'd like your input.
I don't
to
want
consider.
to, like the mayor said, the mayor's the mayor. He's got to be the one that controls the employees. And I'm not happy last month we had a new position, assistant to the clerk. We had to hire a new person. If we're worried about the payroll, why we positioned a new position and we're going to hire somebody else? Now, it ended up that somebody quit in City Hall, so we filled that position, and we had the new guy, the CAO, or CBO, he's going to fill Molly's spot, and the guy you hired, Mark, he's going to fill the spot for the guy that just quit. So it ends up with, we're not adding more money to the payroll. So that worked itself out. But originally, we were going to add more money to the payroll if the guy that didn't quit last week would add another $42,000 to payroll. So we weren't worried about that last week, and I was, because I voted against the position and I voted against the salary. So I was gonna be against this, because I think we just need to let the mayor run the city. He controls he controls employees. I never did believe that because being the mayor for eight years, the council shouldn't have the jurisdiction on the mayor. He's the hiring and firing of the city. He controls employees. He's the administrator of the city.
Yeah, and
We
my-
have our duties as councilmen. We control the laws. He's the administrator. He controls employees.
so I don't disagree with you, Councilman Johnson, but at the same time, the mayor does direct the employees. And for all I know, the mayor has directed employees not to turn over budgetary information to keep us in the dark.
Oh,
didn't
come
know
on,
that.
bro.
Now, and I don't know that's true.
Come on, dude.
I'm not saying it's true. What I'm saying is that's a possibility. And so as long as we're in the dark with the budget, we can't do our job with the budget.
Well, I know we don't get our numbers. I don't know who's doing it. But we don't get the numbers.
No, I don't disagree.
And I wouldn't
Listen.
accuse the mayor of it.
I-
I just
I-
don't,
Wait,
I just don't get the numbers.
Yeah.
I'm going to say this, that I don't know if it's on you, or I don't know, where all this comes from, but I know this. I know, that if we're the responsible party for dollars and
yes.
cents and budgets, that information still has been cloaked from our view to make decisions. It's constant. It's been 2.5 years, and it seems like every time I sit on this bench, it's my first time, but every time I sit on this bench and we talk about budgets and money, there's no answers until the last minute when we're running to try and decide what's what. So I'm not trying to be, silly or accusatory, but how are you supposed to do your job? How? Well, we don't know how many employees we have. We don't know what the payrolls are. The fire chief doesn't show up. We don't know what he's spending. We have very limited information. And I do agree that it should be an open book for every council person in here to make a decision on how these budgets go. So my point is that, this hiring freeze, I get it. But, you said just a moment ago that there was 2 people in the maintenance department. It would have thrown up some red flags to me, but then Eric said, hey, we're now doing the grass. Makes a lot of sense. So we got 2 or 3 more people. We're doing our own sewer plant, saving money there. We need more people. But still, we can't make a fiscal decision without the right information. I mean, it's like, you have to have the information to make decisions. It's what I said last council meeting. It's like you're running in the dark. It's not a good thing. So, like I was asking you, I don't know what the holdup is. I don't know what your office, with the staff, whatever it is, but they need to start working a lot faster. And I'm not, we cannot do our job without your information.
May I add one last thing? And I'm not knocking, I'm not criticizing your administration, nothing, but let me say this. I've been dealing with this budget for 20 years. 20 years I've been dealing with a budget with the city of Harahan. This is my 20th year representing the city as a mayor or councilman. In the last 2.5 years, I've had nothing but issues with this, and I've complained about this budget procedure since I've been elected. I know Tommy got mad at me the first year I did the budget with you guys, I made a statement, and Councilman Buddy got mad at me because I made a statement. This is the way they do procedures with this budget is horrible. I've never seen a procedure. I asked for a readout on a budget for a department. I get 74 pages of readout. It's ridiculous. Sometimes I think y'all do this just to confuse us. Just to confuse us when we get all these pages of stuff. I just asked for a simple readout on a budget, and I get all these pages, 74, 5, 90 pages of computer readout. I don't need that. It was always so simple before. And this last 2.5 years I've been on this council with this budget, the way they give the numbers to us, I don't know where it changed. The first 17 years I was on this council, 8 years as mayor, and 9 years as a councilman, I never had so much issues with this budget. But since I've been on this administration under you, Tim, and I'm not saying it's your fault, I've never had so much problems with a budget. And I'm good at numbers. I've never had so much issue with numbers and budgets and the way we get paperwork from this administration. And I'm not knocking you, Tim. I'm just saying that's the way it is. I've been complaining since the beginning. I've gone to Kerry, I've told her, he's heard me a couple of times complain about it, and I've told a couple other councilmen, this is ridiculous the way we get this paperwork. And these guys here aren't CPAs. He was a controller of a big company. But we not and he owns a company, you own a company, but I had a company, but I'm good with numbers, like I said, but I'm not a CPA. And this is ridiculous the way we get paperwork and the numbers, the way we got to read it. Very confusing. And sometimes I think it's done on purpose.
Well, since we're on that topic, if I could say so myself, I submitted a public records request through my attorneys for the Harahan Police Department budget. I received a call on 7/1 that the Harahan Police Department, and I was over budget, which I know was false. We've got an audit that was sent to the state that's not correct. I was told it can't be corrected. It will be corrected. I have not, as of 4:51 this afternoon, my attorney has not received the information requested on the public records request. The Harahan Police Department was not over budget. I have received a phone call from Mr. Todd apologizing for a mistake that was made. Well, the mistake doesn't clear my name. An apology doesn't clear my name. It has to be fixed, and it will be fixed. And as of 4:51 this evening, the public records request that I submitted through my attorneys has not been responded to. We don't know what's going on, so if I have to take the next steps, I will take the next steps. My opinion is, why is the system working off of 2 different systems? Kathleen and Cherie are working off of a system called Encode. Todd's working off a separate system. We have no idea what numbers or where those numbers are coming from. I've met with Todd a couple of times, and I found other monies that belong to the department that weren't in Encode. So that's all I'm going to say at this time, but the record will be fixed, because I will call for a complete state audit of the whole city of Harahan, but my name will be cleared. I was not, and I repeat, not over budget. I actually was roughly 80,000 under budget, and I gave it back to the city, to the mayor, because they were over budget. And I gave that money back to help get them out of the hole. And then I'm going to be said that I'm under budget, and the city was not. It will be corrected.
Okay, so we'll bring it back to this resolution by Councilman Asbill.
Now, I have a couple of comments on the matter. I wanted to hear everybody's other thoughts, and I appreciate them. My guess is the reason we haven't gotten timely information was not due to incompetence, it was due to direction, allocation of scarce resources, making it a priority. I hear and want to believe that that's changed. We need the information to manage the city. We don't control the spending, but we do control the budget. And the chief should see his numbers timely, the mayor should see numbers timely, and we should see them. You can't manage 9, 10 months after the fact. You're not managing then, you're reading a book, a history novel. So I'm encouraged by what I'm hearing, and I want to believe and do believe that the mayor is going to allow Todd the resources he needs to do what we've asked him to do going forward. And I think it's going to be the right thing for everybody. So we'll know in a month or two if the new plan's going to work. And right now, we all have concerns. So I don't think Todd has done anything intentional to not get numbers to us. I have no reason to believe that he has, and until somebody shows me that it was intentional by he or the mayor, I'm just not even going to consider it. If there was a mistake made in the budget, if there was a mistake made in an audit report, when we get it, we'll be able to look at it. Right now, Chief, I haven't seen anything. Yes, sir, I understand that.
That's why I submitted a public record.
So, but I mean, we're going to get the audit real soon. And then we'll be able to start any inquiry or investigation to come to an understanding. The understanding may be that you're 100% correct. The understanding may be that the numbers are correct, or it may be something in between. But right now, till we get the audit report for 2024, we are all flying blind, as you are, Chief. So that information should be available, Todd, within a week or so. Normal.
Well,
Yeah,
when
but
I
I mean,
received a
normally-
call, received a call of an apology from Todd, and not 30 minutes later, I received a call from the mayor apologizing for it, I got to believe there's a mistake made that needs to be corrected.
Well, I'm sure that that will be resolved, whether it's through friendship or through legal matters. But, you know, I'm just going to say that, you know, I don't think that this gentleman was trying to make you look bad or make anybody look bad. And I think that there are errors. But I think my biggest question right now is, if we're on one system and you're on another, does that pose a problem for your office?
There's one set of books for the city, and that's the city's finance system in code. That's
Okay.
the city's set of books,
I understand.
yes.
My question is because we are using Encode, and if my understanding is you're using a different software, is that correct? Or no, you're using the
I'm
same?
not using a different software.
So you also use Encode?
Look,
I'm just asking.
If I can
this
have a point of
question.
order, I don't think we're going to litigate this tonight. If we can get back on this
I
ordinance,
just want to ask this one question.
I'd appreciate that.
We use, Encode is the city's financial records. Yes, we use Encode. We log into Encode, run reports out of Encode, and use that in the nature of the work that we do.
So the statement that was made earlier about two different systems, is that incorrect?
I move.
Point of clarification, the
I
budget
move
is
for a
done
vote
on
the
Excel
original
spreadsheet.
resolution.
That's very common,
Thank you.
correct? The budget's done on an
Yes.
Excel spreadsheet.
I move for a vote on the original resolution.
I'm with Councilman Asbill. We're going to move for the vote on the original resolution here.
As amended.
As amended. We're going to, all right, and we have a motion by Councilman Asbill. We have a second by Councilman Chatelain on proposed resolution number 2025-14. And before we vote, I want to say one thing. In the past 6 months, I believe we've lost 6 employees, and we replaced them with 2. We've taken maintenance back in the past 6 months. We've also taken the grass cutting contract under. That saved the city $30,000, that alone. And I want to make a commitment to work with the council moving forward with the employee situation. But I'm also going to make a commitment to not be, to not have ordinances or resolutions putting out to tie my hands on any ability to be able to do my job. And so that's why I will certainly be vetoing this resolution if it does
I'm going to make one more
pass.
request. I'm a finance person by experience, and I'm not comfortable where we are knowledge-wise, but, and you've thrown this on us tonight. I understand the purpose of it, and I appreciate the spirit of it, but I'm going to ask you if we could defer it for a month, or consider deferring it for a month.
Yeah, I'd
'Cause
rather.
I'd like to sleep on it.
To be honest with you, I think the point has been made. I'll be voting against it as well, because I do think it's an encroachment on the mayor's territory. But I think the point's been made that we need to figure out what the budget is, and we don't need to move on anybody unless it's absolutely necessary.
Agreed.
Agree. Even I agree.
So I would call for the vote.
All in favor?
Nay.
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 5 nays, 0 nays. Madam Clerk?
Thank you.
Motion does not pass.
Ordinances for approval. Proposed ordinance number 2025-8. The following ordinance was proposed by Councilman Asbill and seconded by Councilman.
Okay, do I have a second for
like it?
proposed ordinance number 2025-8? Second. Councilman Chatelain.
Second by Councilman Chatelain. An ordinance of the City of Harahan to require monthly reporting to the City Council regarding regulatory department actions.
Okay, I'll now open for public hearing. Anyone who wants to speak on proposed ordinance, 2025-8, please come to the podium. No one coming forward. We'll now close public hearing. Council discussion.
Yeah, council, this is an ordinance I put together requiring that, we have various reports that come to the council from the police department, the fire department. On occasion, the sewer department comes, and I think they provided us a written report this time. And this can be a written report as well. I'm looking to have a more thorough report from the regulatory department about enforcement actions that have been either started, enforced, where they're at in the process, because I know this is a big point of contention with this council, but also with the citizens. They want to know what's going on with improving the quality of life in Harahan and cleaning up the city. And so this is something I think that we should require as part of our monthly report, and that's what I'm asking for it to do. It's very specific. I believe we have a CBO now, so this is the perfect time for this information to start being tracked. There's a new guy who can put in a new system in place and start reporting in the next couple of months, and I would appreciate that.
Would you like him at the council meeting as well?
I would prefer him at the council
Yeah,
meeting, but if
absolutely.
it wants to be a written report, then that's your
No,
domain,
I
I
like
guess.
the idea of having him here,
I
and that
agree.
way, it's public.
I will say, when we interviewed him, I'm not saying he's gonna be able to make every meeting. I mean, I think we could get him to come to a meeting every other month or something.
Yeah, and maybe
I
it's
think when we interviewed him, we had that discussion, and I'm not saying he was,
maybe it's a monthly written report and a quarterly in-person report.
Yeah.
yeah, and the
Something
same
to
thing,
that
I want to
effect.
actually, I mean, I wouldn't expect this for next month. I mean, the guy's just getting
Oh,
started.
sure.
And I'd like to give him a month or two, to get his hands wrapped around something. I wouldn't want to just throw this on him when we have nothing in place for it.
Agree. Yeah.
I don't know, I disagree. I think you bring him in here next month, let's start. Well, I don't care where we are. Let's start talking about something. Code enforcement has
Can
been,
he
there's been
get
a,
his arms around the existing complaints?
he's been pretty fantastic to work with. We've already been on the street
He's
looking at
been here,
certain
what,
deals.
less than a week?
Yeah, we're on the streets now, we're moving. I mean, you know, as I know, and I'm going to be truthfully, brutally truthful, that code enforcement's been quite a struggle, and just trying to keep some stability inside of that department's been even more of a struggle, and I do really, I like the guy. He's already on the streets moving with me now. We're looking at a lot of things. I'm asking him a million questions so even I can become educated, and I think we bring him in next council meeting, and I think, he will miss some council meetings, but
Yeah, because I was
the
going to say,
truth
we
here
discussed that
is
in his
I'd
interview
like this to be
process.
public. I want this on the air. I want people to know what we are doing. Like, no one knows we're scheduled to tear down our 29th home in my administration. We're just waiting for a clearance from the water department and the gas department to release the meters. That's 29 in one administration, and I want the city to know how hard we've all been working to get there. And to see the new influx of money and youth in the city. I think it's important. I agree 1,000,000% with Councilman Asbill, and I think if he can make it, he can. He can. He'll give a written
Right,
report.
that's all I'm saying is, I mean, I know when we interviewed this guy, he said he wouldn't be able to make every Thursday council meet,
Yeah.
once a month. But I mean, I think he's comfortable coming here and there. He could give us a written report, someone could read it off. I just don't want to sit here and say we need him here at every meeting
Agreed.
and have this council and the citizens believing he's going to be here,
Yeah,
and he can't.
and
I
so
just
the
don't want-
ordinance doesn't even require that he present the report.
Okay.
The mayor or their designee can do it.
I think if he could make it quarterly, that would be adequate, particularly if we're getting some kind of written summary.
On a
Agreed.
monthly basis, yeah.
Agree.
So, do we need to open this up for public comment?
We have already opened for public comment. We just had council discussion.
All right.
Call for the vote.
All right, call for the
I would
vote.
also like to add, we still have no representation for our fire department. We need somebody here to give us a report every month. I think that is just the most ridiculous thing, that we can't have somebody here from the fire department to give us a report.
Put it in writing, Mr. Councilman, and we will we'll have the council vote on it.
You're in charge of the fire department. I think you need to just say you need some representation.
I'll
I'm
handle-
also happy to amend this ordinance to encompass additional departments, if we like. It can encompass the fire department, it can include the recreation department,
Include maintenance.
it can include maintenance, it can include,
Those are
police
the,
department does his own, but
I think the two largest expenditures of this city are the fire department and the police department. And I think that, those two absolutely need to be reported here.
What I agree with Councilman Asbill on is that you, with your code enforcement and your maintenance department, look, I mean, Gary might be a little rough around the edges, but again, I think it's a good opportunity to get out and let the public know what we're doing. I've been questioned for years about, hey, really, people don't really kind of know what y'all doing, and y'all doing a lot of great stuff. And if we've done something wrong, I want to be questioned on that by the public as well. I love this ordinance.
And I'm going to ask, what if you rotated it? 1 month, every 3
Absolutely.
months you'd have,
Yeah.
rotate it out, where we don't have everyone here every meet.
Look, I think,
yeah, and I think that can be, we can add others to this. I mean, it'd be difficult to add that to this
I don't even think that needs
tonight.
to be
Think we
an
did that
ordinance, they
another
work for the
night.
mayor.
Right, I agree, I agree.
Request
That's
them
what
to
I'm
be at the
saying.
meeting.
I agree it's a lot.
As a council, I think we should require this. As a mayor, I think he can direct
but you know what?
if he wants to.
We
But
as a
also don't want to direct his employees for him.
Right, but we, as a council, are responsible for, our report to the citizens.
Yep.
They watch this once a month. I think they deserve to know what's happening with our fire department, our police department, our maintenance department. I think they deserve it.
Our code department.
Our code department, all departments. Because you know what? Without any reports, they're in the blind as well, just like we are.
Yeah.
And if we're making budgets, somebody needs to come up here and give me a report.
So can I propose that we vote on this tonight, and that we, Councilman Asbill, if you would, put something up for the next, to, get on the agenda, and we'll codify what we've just discussed with other departments, but not take the time and try to amend this
Oh, I
tonight.
agree.
Yeah.
So,
I love it. All right. So we have proposed ordinance by Councilman Asbills, second by Councilman Chatelain. All in favor?
yay.
Yeah.
5 yeas, 0 nays. Madam Clerk, motion carries.
Proposed ordinance number 2025-9. The following ordinance was proposed by Councilman Asbill and seconded by Councilman, who would like that one?
Second,
Second.
Councilman Chatelain.
Chatelain. An ordinance amending ordinance number 2018, the annual budget of revenues and expenditures for the fiscal year ending December 31st, 2025 for the city of Harahan, Louisiana.
Okay, anyone wanting to come speak on proposed ordinance number 2025-9, please come to the podium. Public hearing is now open. No one coming forth. Public hearing is now closed. Council discussion.
Council, this was intended to be the budget ordinance by which we amended the budget, or at least reviewed the budget halfway through the year. We obviously don't have those numbers tonight. I would just ask that you defer it. And also, I would ask at this point if we want to consider, because I anticipate that for our August meeting, we will receive that budget with our regular packet. If you'd like to consider a special meeting towards the end of August, beginning of September, to actually discuss it, because I'm not sure once we receive it, we'll have enough time to actually review it. So I'm asking for a deferral on this ordinance tonight and perhaps setting a special meeting if the council, a special budget meeting if the council would consider it.
Absolutely. You want to set the special meeting at the August date, or you want to set it now?
Let's set it now. I move to defer?
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so we have a motion by Councilman Asbill to defer on proposed ordinance number 2025, which was seconded by Council Chatelain. All in favor to defer?
Yay.
5 yeas, 0 nays. Madam Clerk, motion is deferred.
And I move to amend the agenda to add new business number 2, to set a special budget meeting. And we can figure that date out when we get there, when we get to the number 2.
Got it?
Second, I'll second that.
All right, we have a motion by Councilman Asbill, second by Councilman Chatelain, to amend the agenda to add new budget number 2, to set a special meeting to talk about the budget from 2025, 2024.
No, 5.
25, I'm sorry. We'll open for public hearing. No one coming forth. We'll close public hearing. All in favor?
Yay.
5 yeas, 0 nays. Madam Clerk, motion carries.
Proposed ordinance 2025-10. The following ordinance was proposed by Councilman Asbill and seconded by Councilman Chatelain.
I'll second it.
Ricks. An ordinance amending ordinance number 2018, the annual budget of revenues and expenditures for the fiscal year ending December 31st, 2025 for the capital project fund of the city of Harahan, Louisiana for memorial wall pump.
Okay, we have a motion, a proposed ordinance by Councilman Asbill, second by Councilman Ricks for proposed ordinance number 2025-10. We'll open for public hearing. No one coming forth. We'll close public hearing. Council discussion.
Council, just so you're aware, I'm also going to be asking for a deferral on this to be included in the bigger budget discussion, so we don't have the numbers to figure that out.
Yeah.
The purpose of this was to rectify a problem, to get a bigger pump or a better pump at the memorial wall. For a certain period of time there was turning green on an almost every other day basis, the water and the wall itself. And so I was looking to get a different installation set up. But I don't have the quote back yet, and also I want to have it with the bigger budget discussion.
Can I ask you a quick question on this? So last time we talked about, we had a pool man, is that correct?
Yes,
Or what?
that's correct. We had a pool man. I don't know if we still do.
You have a pool woman now.
A pool woman?
Yeah, my wife is now maintaining both fountains.
Okay,
And-
so,
And they are
What day is
pristine. And they are pristine.
but my question there
And she's
is,
doing it free of charge.
well, we appreciate that. And so with the bigger pump for the wall, what does that do for us?
So there was a hypothesis that the pump wasn't moving enough water around the wall fast enough. So the hypothesis was that perhaps we put jets on the front of the wall to move the water to the back and filter it out and everything. But I don't have that quote back yet.
Who made this hypothesis?
The pool guy.
All right, so.
That's no longer there.
Right, exactly.
Maybe we should get somebody else's
Yeah,
opinion.
that's the other reason we're deferring it, right?
We do have someone else's opinion, and we went out there, we have fixed it, we have figured out the malfunction with the pump. It's just a matter of keeping it clean and keeping the filter clean. And so once a week, we go in and we open it up, we clean the filter, we have one we swap out, we put a new one in while we clean the other. We drain the pump, we take all of the bugs and leaves and everything out of it, add a couple of chlorine tablets, and which Aladdin's Pool is actually helping us with, some of the chemicals, trying to get the pHs and everything correct in it. I do believe for the moment, we have it under control.
Wonderful.
So that would eliminate the need for a new pump.
We don't need a new pump. There is a setting, and we've learned how to,
$20,000 for if we don't need a new pump.
we're good.
We thought we might need.
So we don't need the $20,000.
I don't think we do, from what it
good.
sounds
So
like.
what happened, Councilman Johnson, is when the filter was getting dirty, it was tripping it out to where it was either not running or putting it on the lowest speed possible. As long as we keep that filters clean and we keep the water clean, and it'll stay running as quick as.
So this may be,
We don't.
I would like to defer it just to
Just
keep it
defer.
alive
Okay,
until we
sure.
okay,
get to the budget.
that's fine.
Yep,
The
perfect.
problem is, the fountain got away from us twice.
What was
The
that?
what?
The fountain got away from us twice. I mean, which is crazy is, I mean, people don't believe it. They like, well, your pool didn't turn green. The pool's got 12,000 gallons of water, the fountain's got 4,000 gallons of water. So when you get a lot of rain, the chemicals are thrown so far off, percentage-wise, the water turned green in a day and a half, you know? And I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I've seen people posting on Facebook, and I'm not a pool guy, that's why I have a pool guy, because I don't know. But it's just, if you got 12,000 gallons of water and you put one bottle of water in it, and you got 4,000 gallons of water and you pour one bottle of water in it, the percentages aren't there. You know, so it's not gonna affect these large swimming pools as much as it's gonna affect these fountains.
Got it.
And that was just old school math from school. I mean, but it changes, the chemicals change so quick from the rainwater, and it got away from us twice, you know? And I already know, all of us up here, we spent too much money, we got too much pride in that fountain. We don't want it green, I promise y'all that. But it could happen occasionally, and we're gonna address it as fast as we can.
I think deferring.
Promise
is
you this, it
appropriate.
won't happen for the next year and a half.
Either that or we buy
As
a
long
big
as your-
umbrella.
As long as your pool lady's on.
For the next year and a half, y'all got me. After that, bring your ordinance back up and get a new
You know,
pump.
I have two comments on this. We didn't talk about it earlier, but I am very concerned about the capital fund, the balances, and what's available for commitments we have in matching funds.
I think that'll be next month, and
Yeah, we'll be
So,
fine.
Special
so
meeting.
again, until we get to that point, I'm not going to vote for any capital expenditures unless they're an outright emergency. And this might fall, if it weren't fixed, this might be an emergency.
Well, we're deferring it, that's not.
Yes, but I just wanted to make a general comment that.
And matching funds are in lieu of matching funds?
Yeah,
What you was
well, we
concerned?
need to, you know, we've made commitments to put up over $1 million.
Wasn't that allocated from the ARPA? Wasn't that allocated
I
and
don't know.
encumbered from ARPA?
I'm not sure. I would hope that we get an update on that whole capital fund and what it's committed to and what our needs are, because the capital fund's only going to have something that's been allocated or mentioned in the fund. We have matching obligations for money received, and we need to make sure there's capital funds available to make the match, or we've got to come up with the match. We need to have another plan to come up with the match.
Got it.
So as we look at the operating funds, we need to be looking at the capital budget also. Thank you. I call for a vote.
Okay, so we have a motion by Councilman Asbill, second by Councilman Chatelain to defer on the memorial wall pump. All in favor?
Yay.
Yay. 5 yeas, 0 nays. 0 nays, Madam Clerk, we are deferred.
Okay, ordinances for introduction. The following ordinance was proposed by Councilman Asbill, proposed ordinance 2025-11, an ordinance approving the application of a building permit on substandard lot 50-C, Square 4, Hickory Haven subdivision, City of Harahan, Parish of Jefferson, State of Louisiana, 1604 Hickory Avenue. The following ordinance was proposed by Councilman Chatelain, proposed ordinance 2025-12.
Can we back up 1 second? What is the street address? Where is this?
1604 Hickory.
I'm sorry, what is it?
1604 Hickory. It's in the title.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
gotta
there it
start-
is, I'm sorry.
We got to start putting the addresses on the,
Yeah,
on here.
it's on there. I
I know
overlooked
on,
it.
Bless you.
on the ordinance it is, but we got to start putting it on the,
It
Anyway,
is. It's in the title.
it's in the title.
I made sure to add it in the title. It's in parentheses at the end.
It's at the end. Proposed, and then at the end here.
Okay, Madam Clerk.
where?
Right here, Paul. Look.
No, I'm talking about when we
Right
do the main sheet,
Oh.
On the agenda? It's
on the agenda sheet,
It's on there.
It's,
Well, it's on mine. I don't.
on the agenda sheet,
yeah, it should be the very last.
Yeah, it's on.
ordinance for introduction, first reading, and no one's approving it.
It's there,
Right there, Paul.
Where?
Right there.
the last words.
Oh, I'm blind.
Yep.
That's probably true.
All right.
Blind. Well, you got to understand, you know.
Just kidding.
Yes.
I'm just kidding, Paul.
We love you.
Okay,
I
moving.
just got cataract surgery too, so,
Aw.
yeah.
The following ordinance was proposed by Councilman Chatelain. Proposed ordinance 2025-12, an ordinance approving the rezoning of Lot 107, Square 2, Hickory Haven subdivision, City of Harahan, Parish of Jefferson, State of Louisiana, as per a plan made by Gilbert Kelly and Cootery Incorporated, dated June 19th, 2025, and that's at 2112 Hickory Avenue. The following ordinance was proposed by Councilman Chatelain, or proposed ordinance 2025-13, an ordinance amending ordinance number 1918 to fill in the blank dates on section 4-3. The following ordinance was proposed by Councilman Chatelain, proposed ordinance 2025-14, an ordinance amending ordinance number 2018, the annual budget of revenues and expenditures for the fiscal year ending December 31st, 2025 for the Capital Project Fund of the City of Harahan, Louisiana for EOC air conditioner. There is no old business, new business. New business number 1, Todd Turnion, Finance Director with monthly financials.
Good evening, Council Mayor. Just to address some of the comments here this evening, I've heard the feedback. As I've mentioned earlier, we have a plan in place to adjust our staffing as well as work with the City Hall team to get the information that you need. We understand that the council needs information to fulfill its responsibilities. So we'll work to have that information available in advance of next month's meeting and be prepared for additional discussion at that time. Thank you.
I'd like to back up for just a moment. We've got 3 ordinances up for first reading that all had to do with zoning matters.
Yes.
Are they concurrently? They haven't been to planning and zoning yet, I take it. So they're going concurrently.
Correct.
Planning and zoning date is August 6th. They will have their
Okay.
meeting.
That's what I thought. Thank you.
Okay. New business number 2, set a special budget meeting.
All right, everybody get their calendars out here. Let's see what we got happening. All right, Councilman Asbill, you have the floor.
Council, our meeting is on August, regularly scheduled meeting is on August 21st.
Holy Lord. Got it.
We can schedule a special meeting, or we can push that meeting back, whatever the council prefers. I'd rather have the regular meeting and schedule a special meeting to make sure we have the information ready
What about the 19th?
of,
August, Tuesday 19th? And we can have,
that's before the regular meeting.
okay, I didn't know. Got it.
Yeah. So we can do that next week of the 25th, or the week of Labor Day, if that's possible.
I'm open.
I'm just going to throw out Tuesday, the 26th, for consideration. Get a date, talk about it.
I like it.
Works for me.
Like it.
What time?
6?
Regular time, 6 o'clock.
6:30.
6:30.
Yeah, we're going to go 6 o'clock on that day.
Okay.
What day is this?
Tuesday, August
Tuesday, the
26th.
26th of August.
Get out of here.
And do you,
Might be long.
Yes.
you're going to want it recorded as Paul available?
Yes.
Yes.
Paul?
I should be okay.
Okay.
Tuesday,
What time we start?
6.
6 o'clock.
6 o'clock.
Tuesday, August 26th, you said, right? Got it.
Councilor
good,
Ricks,
Mr.
that works
Paul?
for you?
What's the date?
26th, Tuesday?
August 26th, a Tuesday, 6 o'clock.
Until midnight
Yeah,
if we
it's
have to.
fine.
Chief, are you good with that? I'm good with that. Great.
Mike?
I'm good,
You
yes.
good?
Yes, I am. Yeah, I'm putting it in
City
my
clerk, you
calendar.
good? Mr. Todd, you good?
Tuesday,
Need you to be good.
6:30.
I'm good.
6:30,
Oh,
Paul.
he's saying they have traffic
Oh,
court.
shoot.
We cancel traffic, I'm just kidding.
Thank you, Jay.
We need traffic court.
All right, we go 27.
Wednesday, the 27th.
Oh, you're killing me.
Wednesday what?
The 27th?
I'd rather go Monday the 25th, to be honest with y'all.
All right.
Monday would work for me also.
I mean, people going out of town.
Me too.
We got regulatory.
Not,
The what?
27th, they have regulatory.
Good. Let's try to go to 25th. What you got?
not Monday. Thursday, the 28th.
I'm gonna be out of town.
Thursday to what? 28th?
He's out of town. Mayor Pro Tem's out of town.
We don't need them.
When do you get back?
I mean, we can do a Friday if everybody's happy with it.
I don't want to do a Friday.
It's a holiday weekend.
So then we're into the
Here we go, September 3rd,
Monday, September 1st.
3rd, September 3rd?
Wednesday.
Why, no filming on Wednesday?
Thursday, September 4th.
Is everyone available on Monday, September 1st?
When it's Labor Day?
No filming on Monday, September 1st, and that's Labor Day.
It's Labor Day.
Yes, it is. All right, Tuesday?
Oh, you can go September 8th, it's next week after Labor Day weekend, but
Wait, what? Yeah, I was going to say that we have somebody could substitute video on the 25th.
Paul?
Mr. Tim? Your video?
No, I'm looking at 25th of August.
yeah.
Oh,
I don't know if I can get anybody over.
what about Tim Walker?
Mr. Tim, can you work the camera?
You sitting back there anyway, huh?
I don't have an extra camera anymore.
What day? What are we talking about now? For the special meeting, December 31st, what?
I mean, I'm liking Monday, well, he would have, yeah, Tuesday, September 9th.
Tuesday or Thursday for Paul.
Wait, the
No,
2nd of
Tuesday,
September?
he said Monday, Wednesday.
Yeah, so it has to be on a Tuesday or Thursday.
Yeah, Tuesday, I'm looking at
August
Tuesday, September
28th.
9th would probably be, I don't know, I'll tell me, I'm gonna be there, I don't care.
What about August 28th?
That's Thursday.
I think a lot of people are going to be out of town for
Oh, Labor Day?
Labor Day weekend.
How about Thursday, September 4th?
I'm good.
Got one. Can I get two?
You got
Got
two?
him,
One,
good.
I'm good.
3, 4. You good?
Yep.
The longer the better, huh?
That's about when we had our meeting last year.
All right, I'll put it in my calendar.
All right, Thursday, September 4th at 6 o'clock. I move for that date. Second.
Okay, so we have a motion by Councilman Asble, second by Councilman Chatelain to organize a special hearing with budget concerns only on September 4th at 6 PM. Any will open for public hearing. No one coming forth will close public hearing. All in favor?
Yay.
5 yeas, 0 nays. We will waive notice, Councilman and Madam Clerk.
Okay, yeah, I'm good.
Address the council?
Okay, if anyone would like to address the council, please come to the podium, state your name and address at the podium. You have 3 minutes.
Hello, Carol Barker LaGreco, 101 West Imperial Drive, Harahan, Louisiana, 70123. I'd like to address the council regarding the ordinance proposed 2025-11, approving the application of the building permit on a substandard lot 50C, 1604 Hickory Avenue. I went by City Hall today to see if the file had been updated. Carrie said that she hadn't been able to update the file yet, but that an application was made to have a building permit approved, but there's no information on what he's trying to have approved, because it is a substandard lot, and the project has been shut down. There's a no work order due for inspection, but we don't even know what happened with the inspection. It's not in the file. What's going on with that inspection, and can you proceed to get a permit on a substandard lot? Because according to the ordinances on page 49 of ordinance 1333, it says that you have to go before the city council before a permit can be issued on a substandard lot, which that had never been done. And it also says on page 50 that if any building permit issued without compliance with this procedure is null, and any work undertaken pursuant thereto may be enjoined, so which means it's stopped. And I'm not clear as to what this application is trying to do when there's buildings, the building has already been formed, the foundation has been laid, there's concrete on the entire property. It doesn't even show the plans and the actual work being done as the same. The concrete gentleman didn't even receive a copy of the plans until after he poured the foundation and was doing the driveway work. So I'd like to find out from the council if you have any information on this.
I would inform the council that if you look on your agenda, number 5, under A regarding litigation, this matter is in litigation. I would just remind you of that. Thank you.
So does that mean we cannot have any discussion? Is that correct?
I mean, I would ask your city attorney
have.
that question, but
Is that correct, Scott?
Well,
an attorney, city retained an attorney, I believe we can have discussion.
So we can't have this discussion, period.
okay, well, can I submit
That's
to the
correct.
council the actual litigation, the pending litigation, so you have that for the record?
Yes,
Is
ma'am?
it pending, or is it's filed? It's not pending? I'm sorry.
It has been filed,
It's fine.
Yeah, it's filed. Okay, so
It's
it's
been
not
filed.
pending.
Discussion.
correct.
So there'll be no
I mean,
discussion.
I'm not opposed to you submitting it to the council.
Okay, here.
Not at all.
And I'm going to submit one to Carrie so you can put it in the record. The exhibits are on there. So even though it's in litigation, you have it up, so how can you have it up for approval if it's in litigation and there's a stop work order?
We're not going, I'm
We
not going to.
we cannot have this conversation.
Okay.
You have entered into a litigation, so therefore, we can't comment. But it is proposed for the next meeting.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Good evening. Sharon Sagastumi, 2124 Hickory Avenue. I have two questions. The first one relates back to the discussion y'all were having about the maintenance employees. I think I had asked this once before. I live on Hickory. We have open ditches in front of our house. I've been trying to figure out who cuts those ditches, who is responsible. I've called City Hall, Harahan City Hall, they say Jefferson Parish. Called Jefferson Parish, they say Harahan. And then now hearing the discussion about the maintenance people, it made me even more concerned. Personally, I have an open ditch in front of my house. Fortunately, the guy that cuts my grass keeps it nice and cut. That's not so much on some of the other houses on the street. And when it rains really bad, that is a problem. And it could cause flooding. So I'm just trying, I don't mind calling, I just don't know who to call, and I don't want to be going back
You
and
said
forth.
2124 Hickory?
Yes.
Okay.
Across the street from the church's parking lot.
All right,
I
I'll look
believe
at
that's Jefferson Parish.
Well, how can I get them to agree?
it. I agree 1,000,000% that it is Jefferson Parish, but I don't think Jefferson Parish is going to cut it.
Okay, so,
Why is Right. that
and I can take this offline, I can call you, May, or something like
I'm going to
that.
come out and check it out tomorrow, and I'll have you some answers, if not by
Okay.
Monday. Is it high now, do you know?
No, well, mine is not, like I
I'm
said.
talking all the others.
There's quite a few. There's quite a few, and I know you go down the
I'm a
street.
firm believer that, I mean, it's your servitude in front of your house, you need to cut your grass. I mean, the city owns the 5 feet
Look,
in front of my
I-
house, I cut it.
I agree,
Yeah.
I agree.
So I mean, I
But
think it's
but
something we can address
but it's
with
not
the
happening.
residents as well.
It's not happening, and so I just need to figure
Yeah,
out, you
but
know.
I'm thinking-
It's actually city, it's not our property.
Harahan Code Enforcement could address that with the citizen, with the resident, but I would sit here and say that's a Jefferson Parish drainage ditch, and it's
Okay.
Jefferson Parish service.
So I'm going to give you one piece of good news, and I'm just going to preference this with government moves incredibly slow. There are plans to start filling those ditches in.
Okay,
I'm actually started to reaching out to, the engineers actually reached out to me this week.
Okay.
To start doing sewer and drainage studies throughout that area. And we started, sharing every record that we had with them. So I think, from my understanding, is that they're going to start closing because it's a safety issue.
right,
And I think that we're all going to
Okay.
start working on, we can, Councilman Banano's involved.
Okay.
State
Awesome.
Representative Big John Ilg's also involved.
Okay.
And so we're hoping. I mean,
okay.
it's usually sometimes, and I'll forewarn this, it's problematic to close ditches because we make ourselves forever sinking when we move a lot of groundwater.
Yeah.
However, we run into these issues, or you run into people flying off the roads, or you run
Yes,
into people.
we've had that happen.
Even worse, poisoning their ditches, and then when they poison them to grass don't grow, it kills all the grass roots and the mud sloughs off, and then, you're right on the edge of the side of the road.
Right.
So it's certainly we've got to look at, and we again, government moves incredibly slow, but I am kind of excited about it that I got the
Sure.
phone call, because we've been hearing about it for quite some time now.
Okay,
Engineers
good news.
reached out to us Monday
Okay,
to share the information.
okay, great news, thank you.
I'll make sure they get trimmed up, though.
Thank you, thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, my second question is about the, one of the proposed ordinances, 2025-12, which is a couple houses down from me. And I know that this is going to be brought up to the zoning meeting, which I'll be there on August 6th, but I'm trying to understand the process that this goes through, because we had a similar ordinance a couple months back, y'all probably remember, where the whole block, it was up for rezoning. And it was shot down during the zoning board meeting because the proper procedures were not followed. So I'm trying to understand now, this is the first reading, I get that. What are the proper procedures? We have not received anything as a neighbor saying that this is coming up. And I thought I remembered that there had to be notification, signage, and all that a certain amount of time prior to. I don't remember what that time frame is, so that's what I'm trying to understand.
Yeah, so the procedure for the Planning and Zoning Commission is that the rezoning has to be advertised 3 times, 3 separate weeks before the Planning and Zoning meeting. 10 days before the meeting, you should get a notice in the mail if you're within that.
The 23rd.
So they'll be mailed out on the 23rd,
Okay,
and you'll get a notice in the mail if you're within 300 feet, if it's 300 feet of the property.
which I am.
And then they'll have the Planning and Zoning meeting, and then after Planning and Zoning considers it and makes a recommendation, then it would come to the council.
Right.
When does the signage go up?
Signage goes up 3 weeks before.
3 weeks?
So that's
the
what we're
advertising.
within that 3 weeks, and no signage has gone up. If it's on August 6th, right? That's 3 weeks?
Yeah.
There's no signage.
Okay.
So that's why I was kind of surprised
Yeah,
by
and
this.
some of that may have gotten with
Yeah.
with the issues with the regulatory department. Where
I
there's been-
understand.
So, yeah.
So, I mean, so should it be deferred then, or I don't know if that's the correct terminology? I'm just wondering, because this
Yeah.
just doesn't seem right, and it's coming up again.
If it hasn't been
If it hasn't been properly advertised, then you
advertised,
should bring
then
that up.
planning and zoning
Then it should
needs.
be-
I mean, I'll be there at the
Deferred.
planning zoning meeting, but should it even go to the planning zoning meeting and waste their time
Well, I
if
think
it's not
the
proper?
meeting's already been advertised. I think they have to have the meeting.
Okay.
It's already been advertised.
And the agenda's already been set at the
When
meeting.
the sign should have been
Advertised,
set.
I told John to do them the day we got the application, so I don't.
Okay.
No, John's no longer with us.
Okay, and also, it doesn't say rezone to what, it just says rezoning. Now, of course, that might be something that's discussed more, and it's
in
not,
full order.
okay. And I can wait until that meeting, but I just wanted to bring up these questions now.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It's going to be rezoned to GOM.
And
They want a GOM.
So it's a spot
Yes. That's what they tried to do about 6 months ago. Try to
I would-
rezone the whole area,
That was the whole area, this is just.
Right.
one house.
The whole area wouldn't have been spot zone.
No, it wouldn't have been, but this is GOM, one house.
Anybody else want to come to public hearing? All right. No, you've already come, can we address twice?
Same issue, different issue.
Different issue? All right, come on.
It's just a question, and I think it might be helpful. Carol Barker, LaGreco, 101 West Imperial Drive. Proposed ordinance 2025-12. It doesn't say here what the proposed zoning is. And so for those of us who don't live in the neighborhood or, don't know, I think that all of these ordinances for all of our meetings, it would be nice if we had information. I know it would be long, but just a little bit more information so that when we can address the council, we're not asking all of these questions and taking up more time.
Yeah, so what you have there is just the agenda. It's in the full ordinance, which is published on the website.
So then we have to go to the website to get it. Is there,
Correct. Yeah, because
there's
the-
not a packet that,
There is a packet, but it's a 45-page packet for us that we get, and so we don't print that.
so we could look at it online as we're in the meeting. Okay, that's,
I'm sorry, could we back up a second? It does say what the proposal is.
On the ordinance.
Well-
it's GOM, General Office Mixed. And
Wait, where does it say
Not
that
on,
on
not
here?
on, not on here.
It's not on the agenda, that's why.
Oh,
I
okay,
don't see it
I'm
on the
sorry.
agenda. Okay. Yeah, that's what had me confused.
Start publishing.
Okay.
Did, already
Yeah,
did.
but if we publish all that, you're gonna have packets like this?
All you gotta do is put on
No,
the front, on the.
no, I'm
on
just
the
saying,
Agenda.
what we're looking at for first reading could be put on the website.
It is.
And,
It is.
okay.
This is,
On
but
the
even if
agenda,
there's
it
a
should be on the
link
agenda.
on this that goes straight to the website with it, I'll look it up, but I wasn't familiar with the fact that there is 48 pages that explains this. And instead of coming here and asking questions that y'all don't want to hear, that I could get the information ahead of time, that would be helpful. So I just didn't know.
Asking the questions.
Yeah, I mean,
We like when you come and ask the questions.
I would say that,
Not every question.
All right, thank you.
Okay.
thank you.
Okay, if no one else likes to address the council, we will now close address to council. Madam Clerk?
But I have a comment before we move on, if I could. I guess maybe I'm not following, and I know our agenda doesn't refer to anything. I'm sitting here looking at the proposed ordinance itself, not the packet
Yeah.
submitted to planning and zoning and to the council. Do we post this proposed ordinance on the website ahead of this meeting?
Yeah, so
Yes.
what you guys have right now is considered your council meeting packet, and
Right.
that packet in its entirety is on the website.
Okay, so
What she has is the agenda that's printed
She's
out
got
and
the
put out
agenda.
in the lobby
Yes.
before.
Ms.
yeah.
Carroll, the proposed ordinance itself, which talks about what the rezoning classification is, if it's approved, is on the website. It's part of the packet, the full packet that we have. It's also on the website that anybody can view it, just for your info.
Thank you, Councilman Doty.
And one other thing, the packet, I haven't seen it, but it's not necessarily going to say the intended use, will it? It's just going to talk about the rezoning of the lot. When we zone something, rezone, or any zoning, we don't tell somebody what the business is going to be. We say it's in a zoning classification, you look at that, and they can build anything
And that's all.
in that zoning classification. So we don't approve a snowball stand, a drugstore, a specific drugstore. We, as a council, put it into a zoning classification. And I know, Ms. Carroll, you're familiar with that, how it describes what businesses are allowed within that zoning classification.
Can I ask one more question about that? Sorry.
All right, last time.
I promise. So, we have, planning and zoning is working on a new map for the city. When is that proposed map due to come out, and why are we looking to rezone prior to a map coming out?
So that is a good question. I'm glad you brought it up.
Thank you.
Do we have the next date for that?
No, I'd have to follow up with Steve. He
So-
hasn't set the next community meeting. I
So
think
there
there's
is-
one or two more.
There's supposed to be one more community meeting regarding the planning and zoning map, the master plan for the city. We'll publish that on the website when we find out what it is and put it up on the marquee outside of City Hall.
Yeah, I believe he still needs to present to the planning and zoning board.
Right.
And
And he said he'll do that after the community meetings are done.
Yeah, I don't have a date on that.
Yeah.
I also have one comment. Due to the litigious nature of where we're at with this, I think that we need to definitely address the sign.
Oh, I agree.
It will be
So
addressed.
before any action's taken in regard to moving on, that
Yeah.
needs to happen.
I wonder if the city council can direct the planning and zoning commission to defer this matter to their September meeting.
Well, I don't know if we need to direct it. I think if they're notified that they can't legally hold the meeting, they won't be in compliance
that on
with
the
the law.
agenda.
Well, I think they've got to have the meeting because it's been advertised.
Well, yeah,
But I just don't want them to have the meeting and consider the matter.
right.
And
I
have
think
it,
they need to be notified that there's
Yeah.
paperwork snafu and that the meeting needs to be deferred. They can't
Agree.
address the matter. Excellent point.
That's absolutely,
Yep.
I thought the sign
Positively
was
correct.
10 days before.
Yeah,
No.
Yeah, I
Let's
think
check
the
it. Check
sign,
it.
it's
Yeah.
Check.
Let's verify the sign.
I
If
think
that's
the
the
sign's
case, let's
supposed
get
to
the
be
sign up
10 days
tomorrow and move
before,
forward with it.
before the August 6th meeting.
Just make sure before we wind up in a,
and I think, wasn't there a question about whether the letters went out?
The mail-out date is June 23rd. And we're in the,
July.
they're in the, yeah, sorry, July 23rd. They're in the process of actually stuffing the envelopes right now, and
Okay.
we're actually going to mail them out early.
Thank you.
thank
All
you.
right, Madam Clerk, Secretary's report.
So, excuse me. Just, I want to be clear with you to make sure you understand. She's going to follow, check the law. I think we have time. If the sign goes up, it's going to be on the agenda. If that sign doesn't go up, it's going to definitely be rescheduled to follow the proper protocol. Thank you.
2 weeks.
Are you guys done? Y'all ready? Madam Clerk, Secretary's report.
Okay, Secretary's report for June 2025, total revenues $509,047.43. Reports?
Chief LaPree.
Put the sign up.
So, yeah, if we put the sign up now, we're good. It's only 2 weeks, 14 days. That's why I wasn't sure. Yeah, so the sign goes up, we're good. The meeting can still happen. Thank you. Sorry.
Madam
Sorry.
Chief.
I was absent last month, but I try to make every meeting that I can to give a report. So combined, May and June's report, we had 1,597 calls for service in those 2 months. We had 17 reported accidents, 167 citations written. We had 17 patrol requests. On those patrol requests, those residents were checked 493 times. Business checks were 1,547. Traffic enforcements was 634. Medical calls in the city, we had 157 medical calls. We had 43 alarms at residents and businesses that went off that we responded to. The flock system picked up 8 stolen license plates and 14 stolen vehicles that came through the city. We had 31 felony arrests, 33 misdemeanor arrests, 42 city arrests. The charges were 42 fugitives, attachments, traffic arrests were 6, 19 narcotics, and 39 were other cases. We did have one cold case from 1981 on a rape case that was closed, and there was an arrest made on it. Working with the cold case units with Jefferson Parish and all, we had an incident in 1981 that happened on Gordon. There was a rape, and that case was solved, and there was an arrest made.
Wow.
We had 2 business burglaries. The detectives are working on. We have video of the suspect. The rock that was used to break the 2 windows was the same rocks that are sitting in front of the creeks there on Dickory. It matches. Crime scene was able to pick up some DNA, so we're waiting for confirmation now. We had one counterfeit, well, let me go back. We had 2 non-residential burglaries, that's for the businesses. We had an attempted vehicle burglary. We had 1 actual vehicle theft. We had 7 thefts, shoplifting. We had 1 identity theft. We had 1 bank fraud. We had 1 counterfeit. The counterfeit case, there has been some movement on it. There was a $100 bill passed at one of our local stores. When they went to make the deposit at the bank caught it as it was a counterfeit dollar. We've got video footage of the subject that passed it at the store. Secret Service has also been involved, and they're working the case with us. We do have 2 guys assigned to the Secret Service task force, so they're working with that. We had 2 impersonations of police officers on scams that have called residents. We need the residents to be aware of scams. There's all kind of scams out there right now. These 2, the individuals identified themselves as being policemen with the Tangipahoa Hope Parish Sheriff's Office, saying that there was warrants out, but they could take care of them if they sent a payment. So we have those working. We have a money laundering and narcotic case where we've made one arrest. It all began on a traffic stop. We made the traffic stop with the narcotics being found in the vehicle. We got a warrant for the phone dump, and it was a fairly large narcotic organization that was sending drugs and making drugs purchases online with money laundering and trying to cover it up. We have one warrant that's still out for one subject that's there. The other subject that was already arrested, we had to go to Ascension Parish because the Ascension Parish Sheriff's Office arrested him for the same charge that they had him up there for. So we sent our officers up to Ascension Parish, transported this person back, and was charged at the JPCC. We don't have many kidnappings, but we did have one that met that category. It started out as a domestic boyfriend-girlfriend. The subject kicked the girlfriend out, and then it happened at the truck stop here on Jeff. One of our officers had just gotten off duty, was in River Ridge at a restaurant, happened to come out. There was a domestic dispute going on with the male and female. He pushed her out of the car, sent her to the ground. He took off with the 4 kids, her 4 kids, not his, in the car. He was arrested in Terrebonne Parish, so we did make an arrest on that too. So we've been pretty busy. Crime is finding its way out this way from New Orleans, so we encourage everybody to be aware of your surroundings and be cautious. The bad weather we were supposed to get, obviously, we've not seen, but it was a good exercise for us being prepared. All of our equipment is up and running, and the generators are being checked. I was called and asked about the Christmas parade. We're working on that. We're possibly looking at the second Saturday of December, but we haven't finalized that date yet. So I'll get that out as soon as possible and get it to the council and get it to the public. I've been called about Night Out Against Crime from some other agencies, outside agencies, that want to come in and participate with us. They've been hearing about our night out, and they want to come in and be a part of ours. So we're working on a date for that. It's sometime in October, but there is the International Chiefs Conference in April too, and I'll be attending that. So I'm trying to find a date that works, that's not going to interfere, because Kenner is hosting the kickoff for Night Out Against Crime in Kenner. It's on a Saturday. I'll be getting the date from that soon, too.
So Chief, excuse me, last year, we didn't do it on National Night Out Against Crime. We
Correct.
did it like 2 weeks later.
We did it like a week later.
And I think we had a better turnout, and
Right.
I just want to let you know, I do appreciate you doing it
Right.
on a different date than
Right.
National Night Out Against
Oh,
Crime.
and that, I just came back from the Chiefs Conference in Baton Rouge, and the agencies, the levy district wants to participate again, but they also want to participate. And so we're trying to work it out. I met with Kenner's chief, Gretna's chief. We're trying to figure out dates, so we're not stepping on each other, so we can interact on different days without stepping on each other. And we have a great working relationship with all the departments. It's really been a good working relationship, so we appreciate that. I do want to recognize Senator Talbert and State Rep Big John Ilg. They got us a substantial amount of money, like $352,000 for discretionary spending this year. We're purchasing the LPR license plate readers and in-car dash cameras, that every time a stop is made, it'll be completely videoed. There'll be a backseat camera. If the individual that's arrested starts beating their head on the window, saying the officer did it, it'll be on video. So I want to thank them for their support of the Harahan Police Department in getting us this funding. We can't do it without it. Our whole new cars, all of our new body cams, the tasers, the auto tagging, it's cost the city nothing. It's cost the city $0. I've gone out to the state, I've gone out to the UASC, the SHISHU grants. It's approaching close to $2 million that I've brought in for this city. That's not cost the city budget a dime. Without going out and getting this funding, this Harahan Police Department would not be where it's at right now today. So I want to appreciate our state partners, the local EOC, Jefferson Parish EOC, for all the work. The next meeting coming up for that is in August. We're finally got the approval. We'll be receiving 10 more vests, 7 more radios, 2 generator light towers, a trailer, and there was something else that we were approved for to get for the 24 grant. And the 25 grant is coming up in August. I've been instructed, I've been told, since the incident that happened New Year's Eve with the incident attack, the terror attack in New Orleans, the funding that Jefferson Parish we may be getting this year should be several million more than what we were allocated for in the past to assure more safety and equipment and things needed to keep our citizens safe. So we're encouraged with all that. Like I say, we've got great partners we're working with. Our guys are working hard. We're still probably 6 people short, officers short. We've lost another one to the city of Kenner. But we did hire 2 gentlemen that have been out of law enforcement for over 5 years. They'll be starting back into the academy in Kenner, and I thank Chief Conley from Kenner. He's putting them in their academy for the refresher. They have to go back to a refresher course. I think it's 240 hours of refresher, but we can have them on the street while they're in the academy, and once they pass the post test, they will be fully reinstated back. Right now, they're being paid as recruits, not as a full post-certified police officer. So we're encouraged that we are getting folks to come back into law enforcement and want to participate with the Harahan Police Department. And lastly, next month, by the time we have our meeting next month, the schools will be back open. Please honor the school zones, watch the kids. They're going to be getting back out, going to school. I want to say my grandkids start on the 14th of August. So please be aware and be safe, and we appreciate it. Thank you.
Chief, can I ask you, how many new cars do we have in total now?
We just got 2 more that were allocated for, well, we got 3 that were allocated in December at the end of last year with that Arbor money. So right now, I believe our total fleet is no more than, 3 years old, 2.5, 3 years old. And we have roughly, I want to say, 19 or 20 brand-new units.
Great.
And then with that being said, I appreciate you asking, we have a lot of vehicles in the back. I think we have like 8 of them that we're going to be putting into an auction. Some of those Caprice, we can't get parts for them anymore.
Right.
And they're sitting back there, and we can't get the parts to fix them. So we're going to put them up on the auction. So I did get a call from Jason asking the fire department has some equipment that they want to put into. And like I told them, this is a city auction. It's not just
Right.
the Harahan Police Department. It's for everybody.
Appreciate that.
Thank you.
Thanks, Chief. Thank you. Councilman Asbell?
No report.
Councilman Buddy?
No report.
Councilman Chatterley?
No report.
Councilman Johnston?
Yeah, I have a couple of questions, Mayor. We have a new code enforcement director, and I got the resume y'all sent out, and I was very impressed with his background and all the certificates he has, all his qualifications, certifications, and I think he's going to do a good job for the city. I met him the other day, very briefly. I introduced myself to him and told him I'll be getting back with him and talking with him and talking to him about what's going on in the city. Mayor, that's your thorn in your side, your regulatory and your code enforcement. That's been a headache for the last 2.5 years, and you've had a lot of problems with it. So hopefully this gentleman will help and get things going in the right direction for the city, because code enforcement and regulatory has been a hell of an issue here.
Yeah.
I do want you to do me a favor, Mayor. We have the issue with the overhang at the senior center. We've had issues with, I don't know if it's bad work they did or what. They're out there now, they're fixing it. Was that under warranty, the work they did?
It was.
So they're repairing now, that we're not going to have to pay them again?
No.
Okay, could you get the guy that's the building inspector who is certified, would you have him go out and look at the job and make sure everything's being done correctly?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I appreciate that. Another question I need to ask you, Mayor. I know we did Tyler and Monroe. The people that are doing the street, are they milling the street down first, or are they just putting asphalt over the street?
Okay, so we've had this question a couple of times, and here's where I've had, I guess, disagreements with you guys on concrete versus blacktop. If you remember, prior to my taking office, they did the lower half of Tyler, or the upper half of Tyler, and they milled the street down to nothing and then ran right over with blacktop without putting underbase underneath it. And so we had two options here. Either we can mill it down, put underbase, and then blacktop it, which would be more expensive than going concrete. We can go concrete, or we can go keep what's blacktop there, fix it, and then go right above the blacktop. We had three options. I took the cheapest option because that's the route that I felt the council wanted me to go in. So what we did was we left what was there, kind of patched in the bad holes, used it as a base, and then went above it. Because if not, we would just went right back on loose soil with no underbase. We went,
So
yep.
so what that did, though,
It
what
did
that
raise the
did
street
was
a
that
little higher.
raised the street.
But if it would have been the same whether we pulled it and did an underbase and went on top of it, or go
Well,
right over top of it.
if you mill down the street, like they did Jefferson
I'm
Highway.
gonna interrupt.
You mill
I'm gonna
it
interrupt.
down.
They did
and-
mill
and
down
you go
some.
down so many inches. If you mill it down 3 inches,
So
you
o-
put the base, and then you come back with the asphalt.
Over there, if you mill down 3 inches, you're in the dirt.
They
It's
did,
not
they
like the
did
highway.
mill down a
Maybe go
little
down an
bit.
inch and a half, 2
That's
inches.
kind of, they milled down, I'm gonna say most of the
Well, they
spots.
did mill it down?
They milled down, I'm gonna say, when I went and looked, because I was getting the same phone calls, I went out there and looked. They did mill down, I'd say like an inch. Like they
Well,
didn't
they
mill
did
down
mill- so they
a
did
little
mill.
bit.
Right.
But
And
they-
then when they got where the streets met, they milled down a little deeper to make sure the streets were.
So my question was, did they put the asphalt over the street that was there? You're telling me they did mill down an inch?
I can't say how much they milled down,
But it was
they
still-
did mill down
But
some.
we still had some street that was there. So yes, the answer is yes.
When I
to
went and
both.
checked, they had the scrape marks where the milling was, and they did mill down the top surface of the street. I don't know how far down they went.
So I went back
wasn't
there and
when
looked
they
at the
milled it.
streets, and the street's higher.
They all
So
high.
that makes the water flow into to the sidewalk and to the people's front yard.
Well, it should be flowing to the drains.
Well, they have drains every 50 feet. You got to drain on the asphalt street. But you still, the water's flowing to the neighbors on their sidewalk because your street's higher now. So that.
Both
that's-
streets
the
they
street
did
was
so
higher
far,
before.
the streets were higher than
Yeah.
the yards before.
Right.
I mean, I went out there and looked, and they did mill down a little bit. I don't think they milled down 2 or 3 inches like I've seen them do in the past. They did mill down a little bit. I can't say what, but I will agree the streets are higher. I'm not gonna disagree with you on that. But the 2 streets they just did recently, both of them streets were higher than the yards already. Like, that didn't affect the drainage on the yards, my opinion. The street water was draining to the side of the street anyway, into the drains or the grass, whatever there is there.
So, Councilman Chatelain and I worked on this one together, and we went out, and I did kind of have to go out and educate the neighbors and tell them that they need to rake the debris off the top of their drain covers, because everyone had that much debris, and it was caked on there like a brick. And no neighborhood's gonna drain. And so we kind of talked with everybody. It was
Everybody's got to
wonderful.
help
It
keeping
was
the
wonderful.
drains
Yeah.
clean.
I think the people are happy with it, and I was trying to not make this a very costly adventure. It was 2 streets that were really in a atrocious shape, and before we kind of moved forward with the street money from the state that we got, we just thought it was necessary to jump on those and try to at least get something on them for now.
So you're happy with doing the way you did it?
I'm happy,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
But, and again, I just want to reiterate, if we mill down 3 inches like the highway, you're going to be in dirt, and then you got no underbase. Now
Well,
you got to
mill
put
it
what
maybe an
underbase.
inch and a half or something, but you plan, you did it, you mill it down just a little bit. So the way you did it, okay, I just want to make sure you did it the way you planned to do it.
Perfect.
Okay.
They did mill down where the streets met, a little more than they did on the street itself. I think just so they didn't have humps the whole way, So I did notice they did mill down a little deeper where it met the side streets.
All right. So when you do the next street, would you notify us so we can go out there and watch, and see?
So I
Absolutely.
do have someone who used to work, I believe y'all all know Mr. Terry Donlin.
Yes?
I think he worked in the streets departments for Jefferson Parish for years. He said he wants to help us, and I think volunteer and go help evaluate that
Are
situation.
we using the parish contract? Are we using the parish contract? Are we piggybacking on the parish contract?
No, we
Or are
didn't.
we using our own contract?
I used a guy named Cajun Construction to come do it.
Cajun Construction? Is he better than the parish contract, price-wise?
I don't know who the parish contract uses anymore, because I don't think they blacktop as much anymore.
But I
well,
think
they-
they priced it, and it was cheaper than the parish contract.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was the cheapest price we can get, so.
Well,
It
that's
was
all the
good.
prices you got. I mean,
Right.
Monroe was 60,000, 59,000. Tyler was 50, 60.
Yep. So,
So I know we dedicated 100,000 to do Monroe.
yeah.
So Monroe is a shorter street than Tyler?
Yeah.
I think it was a lot more work to get it prepped, because Monroe was beat up. That street
Funny,
was
it's
bad.
funny story. Me and Councilman Chatterley out on Tyler, and this lady coming down the street. I mean, she's way speed. Don't get me wrong. She hit one of these bumps, and I don't know how she didn't Evel Knievel up into this person's house. And we were like, Councilman Chatterley and I running. We going, holy smoke, this is crazy. And that was we said, okay, look, we need to move on this one now. I mean, she hit that bump so hard. I don't know how transmission was left in the car, but it was insane. It was just funny, funny to see.
I
But
just want to make sure y'all know what's, okay. Secondly, they did the corner on Sedgefield, and I apologize, I didn't get the cross street. I can't remember what the cross street was.
Lincolnshire.
Lincolnshire. They did the corner. But when they did the corner, they didn't put the handicap ramp. ADA requires a handicap ramp. They just put the curb back.
Yeah,
They didn't put the handicap ramp.
I saw that.
So you need to,
We can, I mean, when we went out there, we were trying to put it back to exactly what had
yeah,
been
but
there.
state, I mean, requires ADA
Yeah,
ramp.
we'll
We
address it.
didn't do it.
We'll address it.
Okay, I just wanted to mention that. And like I say, just wanted to say, I read the guys, he looks like he's pretty qualified, so kudos to you guys for getting him to work for the city.
Honestly, that guy came in, dropped a resume off when he heard Molly left. Like, he came in out of nowhere. He has no connections. When we met with him, we interviewed him, he said the only two people he knows in Harahan are me and Tim. He just met us.
That's good.
So I like that. I like an outsider.
That's good. That's good. That's it, Mayor. Thank you.
Thank you.
Tim, can I say one?
No, I feel. I know.
Tim, I failed to mention one thing, if I could. Our Starlink system that was provided to us from the parish last year, when they dropped that off to us, they said they were going to cover the cost for the first year to cover that cost. Well, John and Kevin went to do a test on it. I asked them to go test it, bring it up online. It wouldn't come on. So I called the EOC. Long story short, Jefferson Parish canceled the payment on it, didn't pay for it. So they shut it off. So the service. So I'm like, well, I'm glad somebody told us. So I've talked to the EOC. They told us that if Harahan wants to turn it on, we have to get our own account. So I called the representative that provides the service. She's going to send me a price sheet, and I'll present it to y'all to see what y'all want to do with it. But right now, if we lost power or lost the internet, the Starlink system's not going to come on because there's no account on it.
So you'll get the price to us.
I'll get you the price, and I think there's a month-to-month type cost, but I apologize for not mentioning that earlier, but that Starlink system won't come on.
Thank you.
Councilman Ricks?
So I just want to kind of reiterate something that we were discussing earlier about the budgets and things of that nature. Look, you know, we all try real hard to make sure the balanced budget of this city is in effect. And so, you know, we do this for everybody in the city. And I know that nobody's trying to deceive anybody else, so I'm just going to make that statement. I think it's just a matter of information not getting done in time for, you know, these proceedings. And so I would just like to say that, you know, me personally, I just want to get us to the point where we're able to look at these things in time and able to make decisions based on facts, not thoughts. So I appreciate you ramping up your staff, and that's it. Thank you.
Okay. A couple things, just real quick. I've been working with, before the chief of staff, Brian Wallace left, we submitted $22 million in packages to to Senator Cassidy's office and his Chief of Staff, Ron Austin. Senator Cassidy reached out to me last week to let me know that that has started to move forward in the process. I'm trying to learn federal process. It's a little big and daunting and overwhelming, but I'm still trying to learn it as quick as I can. But we do have a senator on our side that is trying to move some of the projects through, and the money is well needed. And then, and again, I just honestly, like Chief, man, I cannot thank Senator Talbot and State Representative Big John Ilg enough. The city was able to get $1.6 million allocated to it this session. We have $1 million allocated in a drainage program. That's just priority 4, which is not top of list, and we need to try to get it moved to priority 1. I've discussed it with some of the residents in the neighborhood already. The plans for that drainage study have been completed, and we know how to fix it, and we know what it's going to cost. So at this moment in time, Senator Talbot is trying to help us get that moved to a P1 status. The both combined have helped me get $600,000 to put a new play system in at the playground that Councilman Chatelain and Councilman Asbill will be assisting me on, because it's a big deal, and it will continue to finalize the last piece of the park to make it 100% completely ADA compliant. About a year ago, I got to work with a group called A Split Second with Mark Raymond and our local residents here. Her name is Macy Leday. Both of them are quadriplegic and bound to handicap chairs, and they made me get in a wheelchair from Macy's house on Grove and ride the city to show how non-ADA compliant this city is. And man, I was so shocked I couldn't get up one curb in a wheelchair. And then, I mean, and that comes with some litigiousness as well, and we want to make sure that we're not getting ourselves in some trouble. But also, I think with the ADA compliance, it adds a beautification component. And I've gotten to go ahead to work with the program to try to wrap the onion up as much as I can to make it all, as pretty as possible, as ADA compliant as possible, and it also adds economic drivers as well. So they've helped me get that through this session. And then one last thing, we had an incredible loss in our community, and someone who has been with me through my entire political life, and I don't even know how to mentor. She was really, will tell you how it is. She had no problem how doing that. But she was incredible and an inspirational leader, and that was Ms. Tia Russell, and that was Kirk's administrative assistant. And it is a tough, tough day for the city of Harahan, for sure, to lose her. She was a friend, and it was tough for me personally. And if you guys don't mind, I would like to take a moment of silence in her honor. Thank you. Madam Clerk.
Pay bills. Bills paid in June 2025. Total expenditures, $693,253.31. No executive session. Adjourn.
We have a motion to adjourn by Councilman Johnson, second by Councilman Asbill. All in favor?
Yeah.
Ms. Tia, we're going to adjourn this meeting for you.